Hell yeah, guys. What is happening? The Capitalist here with DotALive.net. Joining me today is going to be Blitz. This is going to be the semifinals from the Play Raidcall DotA2 Cup number 2. This is sponsored by Raidcall, MSI, Steel Series, and Azo. First game is going to be Counter Logic Gaming versus xGosu. This is going to be the semifinals, like I said, best of 3. So we got a whole bunch of games ahead of us. Both semifinals, we're going to be casting both of them. The tournament admins very smartly delayed the 2 of them, so we're going to be covering both of those semifinals, and both of them are going to be best of 3. So we got a full day ahead of us. So a lot of exciting stuff. But you know, before I go into anything else, Blitz, how you doing today, man?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Blitz,
5 seconds remaining.
are you there, sir?
Resume
All right. Well, Blitz will
time.
get back to me very shortly, I'm sure. I might have just gone AFK or something. So what I want to talk about is we got bans going on. You know, we can cover that real quick. But first I want to give a shout out. Fnatic is doing this whole thing. Put together this whole tournament. It's a prize pool. First place is going to be $500, and there's an MVP prize as well. It's a backpack, really cool looking, pretty awesome. But you guys can actually get to vote for the MVP. It's going to be MVP of the finals. It's going to be on Facebook, facebook.com/Fnatic. There'll be a little thing up there. Also, let's see. They're also giving a pretty sweet t-shirt going on tomorrow as well during the finals. It's going to be in the raid call. They have a channel set up for it, so be sure to check out the Fnatic site and tune in to us tomorrow because we'll be explaining more of that whole thing. But all the giveaways and all the interactions with the audience is going to be tomorrow, so definitely be sure to check in for the finals. Which, yes, the finals are going to be tomorrow. We had sort of they changed it up on us. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I have to work. But we will be doing that whole thing tomorrow. I'm not sure who's going to be doing it. Maybe Hari. Blitz might be joining us. But Blitz, are you back, sir?
Yeah, sorry, my mic automatically mutes itself when it gets into a game, and I forgot to reset it.
Okay. Alright. Well, I heard that you did casting yesterday. Who did you guys follow?
We actually saw a game of ex-GoSus and Complexities and Fnatic.
Okay.
I believe those are the 3 teams that we covered.
Nice, nice. Well, we'll have to get your insight in that. Let's go over what we already got a whole bunch of bans going down. Darkseer, Panda, and Tidehunter being banned out by CLG, while Chen, Furion, and Invoker being banned out by xGosu. We saw Lycan first pickup, pretty classic. And then we got Enigma and Leshrac picked up by xGosu, and now Broodmother, Sand King being picked up by CLG, so pretty powerhouse heroes on both sides. Enigma being picked up, I mean, Leshrac right now is sort of a favorite, picked up, very versatile hero, sort of like, he falls in the same categories as Windrunner and Leshrac, and all those heroes, they can, versatile enough that they can play, you know, a couple different roles, they can sort of kind of carry, well, Leshrac can kind of carry. Once he gets some items, gets a Bloodstone, gets a lot of mana, a lot of health, just does massive amount of damage over time in these team fights. But also can play, you know, kind of a support role as well. Sort of a second support, you know, being able to land that extra stun. But Enigma, Blitz, what do you think now? Beastmaster actually being picked up. Enigma being picked up in the 1-2. Do you think that's a fair enough pickup? I mean, we still have Windrunner in the pool. She's completely gone through all the bans and the first set of picks as well.
Yeah, well, ex-GoSu has a really defined style. They like playing really, really aggressively. I know they do have Windrunner players, but they kind of shy away from that. Instead, they go for more of a team fight pushing hump. Heroes like Beastmaster, Enigma, Leshrac kind of just fit into their wheelhouse. What they're going to do actually with that Beastmaster is they're going to put him in the long lane safely. They really like putting Enigma mid, and you can expect to see either some sort of tri-lane or like a jungle +1. With the Enigma. That's kind of like the wheelhouse that they like to get into. The strategy that they like to kind of employ is we're going to just team fight you to death repeatedly. Heroes like Beastmaster, Leshrac, they have low cooldown spells. Black Hole just has the potential to completely end a team fight, and so that's kind of like what they like to go. So you're not really going to see a hard carry from a team like xGosu, whereas a team like CLG, they have a lot of star players like, I assume that Smiley Face person or CLG Loda XP, or I mean they have Highcat, so who's honestly like the best player in Europe right now for carry. Like he's playing outstandingly. So
yeah,
expect to see him on a hero like Lycan, and I mean it pretty much like clearly defines itself in the picks. CLG is gonna go for more of a split push farm kind of comp, whereas xGosu is gonna go for a really aggressive team fight composition. So the pressure's really on xGosu here for them to actually do something. Because if they just sit around, they're gonna lose. So it's
Yeah,
kind of one of
absolutely.
those push by 30 or lose strats.
Yeah, I mean, with a hero like Lycan, you're just farming up so quickly, as well as Broodmother. We got some bans coming down. Morphling and Slardar being banned out by CLG in the second set of bans, and Windrunner and Crystal Maiden. So, I mean, they already had the Beastmaster, like he's in the Enigma, so no need for the Windrunner on their side. So they banned that out, as well as the support hero of Crystal Maiden. Now we see picks coming up, Venomancer, and now Vengeful Spirit being picked up by xGosu. Venomancer, both of them being very favored, but Vengeful Spirit, surprisingly, I'm kind of surprised that CLG didn't try and take that away, considering the amount of team fight they're going to be forcing. I thought they would have liked to have Vengeful Spirit just as that sort of assured, no matter what items Enigma picks up, they can always stop that black hole. Do you think that's a bit of a mistake on their part? Should they have picked up Vengeful Spirit, or is Venomancer just strong enough that, you know, they can deal with it otherwise?
Well, Veno gives you a lot more team fight than Vengeful Spirit does, and on top of that, Venge is more of an offensive hero, whereas Veno's a better defensive hero. Like, if worse comes to worse and they need to defend towers, he can just spam out his wards. Whereas Venge doesn't exactly have that. So if your team is doing terribly, and you're getting initiated on, Venge doesn't do as much. Whereas, you know, Veno will always get his ult off and do something for an AoE team comp. So, I mean, right now, they didn't really have a lot of team fight aside from the Sand King, so I think it was a necessary pickup. Because, I mean, heroes like Brood and Lycan aren't going to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're looking at it right now. It looks like we're just waiting on some sort of carry coming out from xGosu. What do you think? Is this going to be a hard carry, or is this going to be a really aggressive sort of semi-carry that has the potential to kind of carry purely through golden experience and just dominating the early game? And if it goes into the mid game, he can sort of pull out the DPS card. What do you think is going to be pulled out here by xGosu?
I don't actually know if they're going to try to fight CLG with a hard carry. The lineup that CLG has right now is one that can't really approach them until like the late mid-game, early late game. So I think xGosu will just go for a really aggressive lineup. I don't know if they'll even pick a hard carry, and you know, I'm probably going to be proven wrong and they're going to take an anti-mage here or something, but it doesn't really fit their style of play. So
right, yeah, I was thinking something like maybe a Priestess in the Moon or something like that. Sort of one of those. Tiny actually being picked up, so a very aggressive pick, like you were talking about. That is absolutely. I mean, Tiny has some potential to do some damage once he picks up that Aghanims. But you know, that's not as powerful since they took away that little bit of bug where he was doing super amounts of damage with to buildings. But he still does very, very good, strong amount of damage. And so once he does get those items, he does pick up that Aghanims. Certainly, they're not going to be looking to win, fights at 45 minutes, 50 minutes. But for around that 25, 30-minute mark, Tiny's going to be a serious force to reckon with. And hopefully, they're just going to be able to take down the Rax before then. CLG with their 5th pickup grabbed Puck. So very interesting. I mean, I like that hero. Very contained. You're going to be able to stop Enigma ultis relatively easily until he picks up BKB. A lot of good sort of defensive team fight. That ultimate is just so powerful. They can kind of spam down waves with Puck's orb from safe distance. Really, they're just looking, as I see it right now, just a lot of purling going on and trying to push side lanes, like you said. Both Lycan and Broodmother are going to be able to do that very, very well. While xGosu is just a powerhouse teamfight team that's just going to try and knock down the gates and take those ranks by 30-35 minutes.
Yeah, the way that Korok actually plays Tiny is interesting. It's not like a typical Tiny. He doesn't really go for these boots or mana boots, blink dagger. What you're going to see him do, and I'm almost going to stake my reputation on this, is he's just going to go straight treads drum and then gank like crazy. And the drum actually gives him enough mana to just like go around the map without a bottle or anything, or mana boots or anything. And he's just going to be super mobile. He's going to be able to pick off heroes like Sand King and the Veno and the Puck really easily. So, and I actually really like the Puck pick though out of CLG. They needed some sort of long range, like AoE nuke, so they can spam down creep waves. And since Windrunner was banned and her power shot's one of the best, Puck is kind of like the next best thing. And as I said earlier, they need some sort of team fight. Because with heroes like Lycan and Brood, you're not going to see them in team fights until much later in the game. That's just kind of like the style of play that they fit into.
Yeah, absolutely. And wondering if Korok goes that build. I've seen that before, and I do kind of like it. I'm just not sure if I like it here because, especially with that Puck pickup, You know, if Puck gets the opportunity, typically Puck is sort of an initiator. You know, if Puck is able to sense out this sort of team fight incoming and is able to hit a nice little ultimate silence before that, orb, throw an orb, hit a couple heroes, and blink out, and have the rest of his team come in, you know, before they're all set up with that, you know, the tiny toss and Leshrac being able to hit everything, Beastmaster initiating with a nice stun. I wonder if that's, you know, potentially could turn around team fights for them, just being able to hit those initiating silences. We're going to see xGosu running to the jungle. Already, Axes went down. Didn't hit a whole lot of trees there. Only hit half of the trees. Typically, when you see this sort of suicide lane Beastmaster, he tries to clear all of those trees with one set of axes. And that way he has vision from the side when he's going to be ganked. Typically, as long as he's careful and is paying attention, especially once he gets you know, one level of Hawk as well, when trees respawn, he should be perfectly fine and just be able to play it safe and look out for those incoming ganks from the side jungle, which are so incredibly popular. No heroes running into each other. Unfortunately, both heroes just kind of backed up, blocking the easy camp. Vengeful Spirit is on top of that. I like that. Mikey starting on 4 wards, blocking both the pull camp as well as the hard camp to the left. That 1 ward should counter both of them. And then on top of that, blocking easy camp, Lycanthrope is going to have a very hard time in this jungle. They just completely screwed him up. And until, you know, they get down counters or they choose to try and have Lycan in an offensive jungle, which is a very risky decision, considering you're talking about Tiny in middle along with Vengeful Spirit and then Leshrac at top. That's just going to be really hard. But it does look like Pycat is heading up there right now. So if he can sneak into that jungle and do it there, that's great. But it's also very risky. If he ever gets found out, he's in a very poor position, especially since Enigma is going to be there. Eventually, he is going to get spied out, and he's just going to have to be very careful for ganks.
Yeah, Lycan's one of those heroes that he just kind of needs unadulterated farm for 15 minutes, and then he comes out huge with a Vlad's BKB, and then he can get into team fights. But what xGosu's doing here is they actually didn't do anything to counterpick the hero, but they just kind of counterpick the playstyle. Like, you'll notice that Mikey actually, well, he's blocked every single pull camp but 1. Oh no, actually, I think he missed it. If that ward was slightly down, then he should have been able to block the large camp. But regardless, Pycat is forced to farm in the enemy jungle, and this is really dangerous considering that there's Enigma in there who's going to spot him out, and Vengeful Spirit is in mid as well. So xGosu, I'm really impressed. They've really thought about this like completely. What I'm more surprised about though is since Ake is going to be playing support, why he didn't just grab a pair of sentries to make it easier. Because if you notice in the beginning phase, they saw where xGosu placed all their wards. Like, they pinged every single location, but they still weren't able to do anything about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Lycan's going back to his jungle, and he only has 1 camp, really. Like you said, that he didn't quite get the ward down for that other hard camp, but still, 2 hard camps is hard to deal with when your Lycanthrope haven't hit level 3 yet, don't have that Ring of Assy or anything. It's very, very tough. So he's going to have his jungles just completely delayed. Typically, you know, you see that 17 minutes, oh, you got Vlads, you've got BKB, maybe you've got, you know, the minus armor. I'm losing it right now. But that whole thing, you know, got all those items so early just because you're able to farm so quickly. Real quick, let's go over top to bottom, left to right, who's playing what. We got Pycat on Lycan, Ake on Venomancer, Miracle on Puck, Smolgalig on Broodmother, Loda on Sand King, and then on the xGosu side, actually middle, a little bit stuns. Nice dodge coming out from Miracle, dodging the Vengeful Spirit stun. Korak initiating with his stun, followed up by Vengeful Spirit, but didn't quite hit the combo. Would have done a lot of damage. Probably wouldn't have killed them, but still, great job by Miracle dodging that damage. Painted Gold on Leshrac, Mikey on Vengeful Spirit, Korak on Tiny, Last Hit Magic on Enigma, and Solera on Beastmaster. And let's go over CS right now. Because really right now it's just a CS game. Neither team has picked up First Blood. Right now we're looking, I mean, Beastmaster is still yet to pick up a single point of experience. But up at top, Smolgalig right now, he is 17-8 versus Painted Gold 7-0. Painted Gold does now have wards down, and once he starts getting you know, levels in Split Earth and Edict, being able to pop the extra bit of his creeps and everything is going to be very, very helpful. And it looks like they finally did counter. They've countered the easy camp, so Pycat is going to go back to farming. That's going to help out a little bit more. Ake finally did get those counters up. My question is, where's the other one? Where did he place the other one?
Oh, he's still... The Lycan is actually the one who has it. He just
oh,
kept
really?
both
Okay.
the boards.
Okay, well that's going to help out a lot. I mean, he's just going to be able to go back and forth, easy camp to hard camp, all around. Great job, Miracle, once again, doing a nice little dodge. He does get tossed, but it is going to be enough for him to get out, and he has Bottle as well. Look at Korok and Mikey, very low health, missing the orb, though. That would have been a great hit. Korok would have been very, very low, and probably could have assured himself a rune. Solera does pick up regen. He's guarding it at bottom for Tiny to be able to pick up, so very smart play. Beastmaster, you know, not picking up any experience or any gold right now in this suicide lane. Very good of him to be able to guard runes, because that regen on Tiny, that's just going to be real rough for Puck from here on out.
Yeah, he's actually not going to be able to do anything. If he gets scaled, he's actually going to get killed right now. If you'll notice, Loda's already level 5. He's got 900 gold in the bank on top of boots, so he's going to pick up mana boots really quickly. So, I mean, Solar's doing the smart thing here. He doesn't have a lot to do, so notice the little things he's doing. Like, he's going back to block the creep camp, so it gets closer to his tower. He's checking the rune and guarding it for his team, so Puck doesn't get it. It's these little things that really make a really good long laner, and he's just patient. Because the worst thing you can do as a long laner is die in Dota. It's kind of accepted that he's not going to get a lot of farm, but to die on top of that, like, Loda's going to get farm no matter what. You know, he has a free lane, so the only thing that Solara really has to do is pick up levels where he can and just try not to die and not panic. Because that's the worst thing a long laner can do. You panic, you feel the need to pick up a little more levels because you're getting far behind, and you just get further and further behind when you die.
Yeah, one thing I'm surprised that they are going to look like they're going to try and take this tier 1 now. Pycat has come out of the jungle with level 5 now, and with his wolves, they're going to be able to, they might be able to jump in. Loda, very close to Solera, they get the slow, nice job. They're going to be able to follow this up for a stun very shortly. Solera, unless TP's come in, he's definitely going down, absolutely. So nice little play, Loda trying to get out now, only has 175 health. Tiny and Vengeful Spirit are splitting up. They're covering their exits. They're not letting Loda get away, and potentially, I mean, he might sneak past Mikey here. He's going to run to the right. He does still have a stun up, so he can try and dodge the stun. The stun goes off anyway. A couple more hits, 2 hits, he could go down, but it's not close enough. Vengeful Spirit with no boots cannot catch up, and they take the tier 1 and as well as pick up a kill on Beastmaster. So first blood and a lot of gold going to Loda there. Very well done by CLG. Great job. Unfortunately, if it just, you know, Korok was, you know, where the Vengeful Spirit was at, maybe they would have had a chance to pick up that kill. But he does pop regen. He's going to go right back to middle, and they're going to run into Miracle here. And Miracle, unless he's careful, nice silence coming out. He's going to try and follow this up with a nice little dodge. It's going to be tough. Loda coming in with a stun now. Korok might be in a little bit of trouble here. There goes the ultimate. He can try and turn this around. He just needs to try and hit combo. Loda, kind of low, nice orb, finishing him up before the toss can go well. And now Mikey's in trouble. They're going to be able to pick up that kill. Nice job all around. Very well done. 3-0 now, 6 minutes in, and a tower down as well. CLG is dominating the early game. This laning phase is going very, very well for them. Much better than I really expected. I mean, I didn't expect Beastmaster to do very well at bottom, obviously, but still, middle not doing quite as well as I expected. Miracle doing some very clutch dodges with that new phase shift, being able to spam it without any use of mana. Very, very helpful in situations where you can dodge nukes, projectiles like that.
Yeah, it was actually just really good play all around by CLG. They're playing really smart right now. I thought that they were going to lose the early game phase, but they've actually been able to outpush. They actually took a tower faster than I thought the Lesh would. I think if the Enigma's a little more aggressive, then they can do something against the Brood, but even then things are difficult, well, because it's a Brood Mother. So just really good lane setup by CLG, but at the same time, things aren't exactly terrible for ex-GoSu yet. They still have the teamfight advantage. They still have the early game advantage. So if Korok can get off to a decent start from here, I think that xGosu can turn it around pretty quickly.
Well, something might happen here as Miracle pops his Invis rune that he did pick up, and now there are counter wards right there. He's going to run right into him. He's going to get spotted out, unfortunately. So that is a completely missed opportunity. Going in for the gank, missed a lot of time in middle farming, and Tiny's just pretty much been free farming away. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was kind of hoping to see, once they picked up that regen on Korok, you know, Tiny was sort of assured a nice little safe lane versus Puck once he has that regen. I was kind of expecting Mikey, along with Nigma, to try and gank that Broodmother. Like you said, it's very tough to gank a Broodmother. You have to have counters, you have to be able to lock her down inside those counters, and the movement speed, health regen from Wedge is just insane. But they really need some way to shut her down and help out this Leshek, because obviously he's not going to do the greatest in that lane. You know, popping Edict when there's a ton of spiders around might get you a bit of gold, but it's not going to do a whole bunch of damage to Broodmother. Meanwhile, tier 2 at bottom does go down. Beastmaster obviously can't do anything about that. He does pick up now level 4, but still, he is very, very far behind. And CLG with that huge influx of gold is definitely going to help out. Once we start talking about, they're actually going to push in for the tier 3 a little bit, do a little bit of chip damage until they see teleports, and then they're probably just going to back out here. Yep, there it goes. Very smartly doing 500 damage almost to the tier 3 tower, and then forcing teleports and backing out. Very good play. I like it all around. CLG, like you said, playing very, very smartly so far.
Yeah, and I think CLG, I mean, this is genius. The Broodmother's now being uncontested top. Leshrac has to switch. Leshrac's one of those heroes where you want an uncontested lane, you want ganks, and you just want to take down a tower really quickly. But with the Broodmother there, he simply can't do it. He's getting zoned out with Broodlings constantly. And with the pressure at bottom, they have to respond to something. I mean, ex-GoSu, they're not in a terrible position yet, but it's getting to that point. Their bottom is already pushed in so far. So if a team fight happens in another lane and Lycan happens to be there, he's going to take a tower faster than they can. So this is one of the positions you really don't want to be in against a Brood and a Lycan. All their lanes are pushed out. I mean, middle's full, but at this time, top is being pushed as it stands, and they're not reacting quick enough.
Oh, Painted Gold might be a little bit of trouble. I like what they were doing there. They had the Broodmother pushing, and then Venomancer and Sand King went ahead and smoked up and went into the jungle, waiting for any hero to unwittingly come to top and try and stop the push and just trying to pop that hero. Unfortunately, Painted Gold saw a ward. Venomancer ward started hitting him, and he stayed. He was a little bit cautious, and they missed out on that. But a smart play all around, even though it didn't fall all the way through. Miracle once again popping another invis. They're going to try and jump on Korok here. Here goes the stun by Loda. They're going to follow it up by an epicenter silence, and there goes Korok, easily picking up that kill. Great job. Now Venomancer might be in a little bit of trouble. He needs to stay away from ex-GoSu as much as possible. And I think Broodmother, I don't know, she's sending her Spiderlings middle, but yeah, she's going to go right back to top, keep up that pressure, as that is exactly what he does back. Pycat, a little bit of trouble now. He was doing the Roshan. He is going to get popped here. Nice stun coming in from Painted Gold. They're going to follow it up with a Edict. Nice job. Last Day Magic missing the black hole on Loda. Loda using a stun over the cliff. Huge play by Loda. They definitely would have gone down there if he hadn't hit that stun just at the right time, dodging the black hole. Great job. And they're going to take a look at Roshan here. He is at half health. And with an Enigma, they can do this. The question is, with CLG so close, do they really want to? Can they force this team fight? Beastmaster is level 6 now, but Korok is only level 6 as well. Enigma has no black hole. This is going to be really dangerous. Loda maybe thinking about going in. Axis flying out, stun coming out. There goes nice, huge play. Korok and the Enigma are going to go down. There goes the Roshan, killed by the Dire, and they pick up the Aegis on Puck. Huge play. Puck's going to come back now. Miracle throwing the silence. He's going to try and get out. Orb is up. He's going to try and throw it. Get away. Oh, he goes down. The stun coming out. Now Venomancer picks up that Beastmaster kill. Mikey gonna try and teleport away as fast as humanly possible. Painted Gold with no health is gonna try and let us down. Nice job. He hits the stun, and he's gonna try and walk away from this one. He just needs a little bit more mana in order to teleport out, but all at the same time, Smoker League just needs 5 seconds for his Soul Ring, and he's gonna be able to throw that nuke. Painted Gold is going to have to throw out some serious jukes. He does have to teleport. He's going to teleport away. Great job. Painted Gold does get out. Now 7-3. Huge pickup by CLG, grabbing the Aegis. Puck went down anyway. The Dire at least did get the Roshan kill, but all around, fair trade. I'm actually not sure what the hero trade was for that. Was it 2-3? I'm not really sure. With the Aegis, I sort of got lost in who died and where.
Well, they lost Sand King and they lost Puck, but at the same time, they killed Tiny at the end there, and I think they got Vengeful, right?
I don't think so. I think
you can actually check. Oh, they got
Venge killed.
It was Beastmaster. Yeah, it was Beastmaster. But I mean,
so
at the same time, if you notice
along with Aegis, right?
Yeah, at top, they actually took the tier 2 tower down as well. So now there's only 2 outer towers remaining for them, and the situation gets worse. Because now Broodmother and Lycan can participate in fights. They don't have to push out the side lanes. And this is terrible for ex-GoSu. They wanted something like a 3-on-5 for the majority of the game, but now it's looking like CLG can actually engage 5-on-5.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Broodmother with 4K in the bank. Do you think she's going to pick up BKB and try and get into these team fights that are upcoming? Because, you know, you're kind of expecting these team fights to really start getting in a swing. If she can pick up that BKB and actually be a part of it, like you said, they wanted a 3-on-5, but once he picks up that item, he can come into these team fights. Is that what you're expecting? Or do you expect him to just try and keep pushing these side lanes and go for something more like a one-on-one Orchid sort of situation?
I don't know. A BKB isn't the worst in the world, but at the same time, as soon as he pops it, there's always the possibility of pull, which goes through BKB, as most people should know, and Roar also stops BKB as well. So I think Smogolig right now, he's kind of at an impasse. He hasn't bought anything yet. He has the money for BKB, but he just hasn't purchased it yet. I think he's debating to himself, and his team's probably wondering, like, what should I go right now? He could get a silence to get some damage on himself. But at the same time, I don't know how effective a BKB would be, aside, well, considering if ex-GoSu just kind of perfectly lines up their spells. It's still gonna be okay, but, like, off the bat, right this quick, maybe not as necessary.
Yeah, I agree. It's not sure, I'm getting a message, stream is off. I'm not sure what's up with that. Actually, Crow is not in the channel. I'm not sure what's going on, actually. Yeah, it says it's offline. So I mean, we still have the VOD going on. But so we'll just keep going. But unfortunately, the stream went down. I'm not sure what happened to Crow. He's missing. But anyway, Orchid is picked up. So yeah, I think I agree with that. I think that one-on-one situation. I mean, with both Lycan and Broodmother, even if the team fights do happen 5-on-3, they're going to be doing so well with these pushes. Both heroes can just push these side lanes in. They're just, even if they do lose team fights in middle, they're going to give up so much at top and bottom. You know, even if it's just chip damage, a couple bits of chip damage, and they're going to see a tower go down. And next thing you know, that's going to be racks. So I think that's going to be smart. I mean, pretty much out-positioning them at this point and keeping the pressure up, I think, is the best idea. On top of that, Smogolig is going to have the opportunity to jump on Korok now that he does have that Orchid. He doesn't go right now, but the opportunity is there. He no longer has to fear instantly getting popped. He can actually get aggressive in these one-on-one situations. So I think that's the all-around. I think that's a much smarter idea, especially given the fact Black Hole, you know, Beastmaster ult, all those sort of things do go through. So all around, I think this is a smart play by CLG, and we're just gonna have to see if it pays out, especially in these team fights. I mean, it might happen that, you know, a good BKB on Broodmother in the team fight could turn things around. I don't know. We'll have to see how CLG plays this out. We're just gonna. Sorry, I'm checking on, see where Crow's at, but unfortunately, I don't see anything.
Oh,
I think he's actually.
Are we offline right now?
Yeah, the stream's offline. Like, I know Azu's still recording for YouTube.
Oh, okay.
He's still recording for the VOD, so we still have something going on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure it out. And oh, we are gonna. I mean, cool. We're gonna pause.
They're angry.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna call for a pause just because, you know, we're gonna wait. We still have 3 games. Crow is back now. Awesome. Cool. So we'll have the stream up very shortly. Okay, so real quick, Crow, just let me know when the stream's up, and we'll try and do a little bit of recap of what happened when you were down. Oh yeah. Sorry. Down. All right, Crow. Just let me know when the stream's back up.
You're good. Go ahead.
All right, awesome. All right, guys. So a little bit of recap. Smoke Blade goes down in top. Great little game. Unfortunately, with all this technical difficulties, I missed out on that one. But anyway, so Blink Dagger picked up on Korok. What else? See, Miracle actually might go down here. One more hit on the tower. There it goes. Korok picks up the Puck kill, so that's a nice little pickup. Both Broodmother and Puck going down. That nice job. Very well done. Anyway, we're just talking about CLG is going to go for these sort of side pushes. Then Lycan is going to go for Necronomicon while Broodmother goes for Orchid. Orchid allows her sort of that one-on-one situations where she can actually win the team fight, win one-on-one situations. She does not go for BKB. So right now, as it looks, they're just going to try and out-push the side lanes. Any sort of team fight that happens, anytime xGosu tries to force a team fight by pushing down middle, they're just going to out-push them, pretty much. And there's nothing they can really do. They can't really they can try and get to like a tier 1 tower, which they might pick that up right now. But as it stands, it's just, you know, once they start getting tier 2 or tier 3, their racks are going to be threatened every single time. So it's either going to be a 3-on-3 situation, one person defending each racks at top and bottom, or it's going to be sort of a 5-on-3 situation where, you know, right now CLG doesn't have to do anything. They can let them take racks in exchange for, you know, or take towers in exchange for taking their own towers at bottom and top. It's not really that big of a deal. So right now it's just out-positioning them, and I think it's a really smart play by CLG. CLG just all around clearly showing that they've really thought about this game, and they just have a really sound strategy left and right.
Yeah, but at the same time, oh, Boron just killed somebody again.
Oh no.
But at the same time, xGosu has a lineup where if they get 1 or 2 good team fights, they have a Leshrac who, in one edict, should be able to take down a tower. So you can't really count them out right now. They are behind, and I mean, if you consider towers as lives, they only have 2, or I guess 1 left. Because with 1 lost team fight, they should lose like a Rax or 2 with no buybacks. But
Smoke Lake at top, he gets hit by the Master ultimate, followed up by all the shots. Great job. Again, picking up the Broodmother. They're now roaming very, very successfully. I don't know what's happening to CLG. Maybe a little bit shaken here. But Lycan really needs to take this opportunity to push down bottom. Unfortunately, he has Necronomicon level 2 in the stash, but he's only going to be able to provide so much pushing power. They are going to try and take down this tower, like you said, Edict, doing some massive damage, but if they can get a little chip damage at top, or excuse me, at bottom, it's just ICAT has to push very, very quickly before we're going to see teleports. There it is, Korok, Leshrac, both of them are going to be teleporting at bottom, so he does 0 damage to the bottom tower. Again, xGosu, nice pickup. They don't lose anything at all for that nice little gank. Very well done.
yeah, but at the same time, I mean, this is pretty much going to be the story of him until until Lycan dies. He's just gonna sit there at that camp, like farm the jungle, go lane to lane, and then just constantly pressure bottom. So, I mean, xGosu kind of has to respond to that. They did a nice job there. They didn't lose a ton there, but once he gets a Neckbook 3, that's gonna go a lot quicker. And
yeah, he
should see 100 to 200 damage at a time with the Wolves, the Howl, and the Neckbook 3 creeps. So it's kind of difficult
they are
right now
just
for
like
xGosu, but
yeah, they're just on an edge blade right now. They make one mistake left or right. You know, they try and do a bad gank. They don't pay attention to their towers. They lose a team fight. Anything could happen, really. And once that thing does happen, Blackcat's going to be destroying them, pretty much. Their tower is going to go down very, very quickly. Necronomicon just flew to him. So that's just going to be so rough for them.
yeah, he's actually just picked up a Nectarine now, so now he's got fantastic teamfight presence with the Wolves and the 3, fantastic push. I mean, the good news though is xGosu seems to have kind of like shucking out the rust. They were kind of playing a little bit substandard to what I expect, but they're playing well now. They're getting their ganks in properly, and they're actually going to here.
Nice.
It looks like they just got spotted completely.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. It was a nice idea.
Should go nowhere.
Yeah, they had the idea. They had the time written down for Roshan, but I don't know. I mean, they don't know that the counter ward was there, so I don't know if they just decide not to do it, because they don't know that counter ward's there. They don't know. Oh wait, that's the Dyer's counter ward. What did they? Why didn't they go?
Yeah, that's their
so
ward.
Confused.
Oh, because I mean, the Wolf was in there as well, and it's just not worth it. Because I mean, 5 heroes are off the map for this long, and at the same time, CLG's counter smoke. And they definitely know where the wards are. I mean, if you were checking the pings, CLG, as soon as they smoked I think they heard it or something, but they knew instantly. They knew the exact position as well, so just really heads up play by CLG.
Well, CLG is now going to try and take this, Roshan. They are in a very good position. Look at them. They're kind of spread out. They're covering both of their entrances to Roshan. They're going to try and defend this as much as possible because this could be a potential turnaround for xGosu. Mech now being picked up on Last Hit Magic. I'm not sure how far away. And Miracles actually jump in on this. Nice little double silence, double ultimate going down. Pops out. There goes the Orchid. Now on Last Hit Magic. He's trying to get away before he goes down. BKB, oh no, he goes down. Now the Lycan is trying to tear apart Korok before his Kawambo combo is back up, and Leshrac picks up the Venomancer kill, and another trying to back up. Oh, Painted Gold, he's gonna go down. One more hit. Oh, there goes the Magic Wand. Oh no, Black Hole goes off. They're gonna try and pick up a miracle kill here, but still a 3-for-1 trade going down. Actually, did Enigma buy back there? I thought he was gonna die. Okay, so there was a 4-for-2 actually. But on top of that, they're gonna be able to pick up Roshan as well. Huge turnaround for xGosu. What a team fight for them. That was just left and right. I mean, Enigma buying back, that was pretty big. They were able to pick up the miracle kill. But all around, they just weren't able to finish heroes. Korok was able to get out. Before his Wombo combo, he was able to back away and then come right back in with it once again. On top of that, Leshrac was just tearing apart kids left and right. He did go down, but he did a lot of AoE damage over time before he went down. So very well done.
Yeah, it actually only took one buyback for them to effectively win that fight, and it was actually a really nice buyback because it allowed them to rush immediately. Pycat not doing quite enough damage yet in team fights, and Smogolig is kind of being reduced to nothing. I mean, if you'll notice in every single fight, he's being targeted down quickly by the Beastmaster. He just gets roared and bursted down. So now it's kind of important for him to get that BKB, because it's really the Leshrac just bursting immediately, so...
Yeah, he is working on it. He needs another 600 gold, and he'll be able to pick up that, as well as Lyca is going to try and go for his as well. Painted Gold doing a little bit of damage to him, forcing him off some potential farm. And xGosu is just going to try and recoup some gold losses. Look at the gold graph real quick. It's actually now 10,000, a little below 10,000 for the lead. Actually, they're going to pop smoke onto Loda. Dust is on him. He's going to try and get out, but he is definitely done for. Very well done. Another excellent gank by xGosu. Spying out these opportunities for CLG to farm and countering them. Very, very well done. And so that means, once again, the gold graph is going to dip more and more into the favor of... or I shouldn't say in the favor of xGosu. More back to neutral is pretty much what it's going on right now. Little bit, 9,000 gold lead for the Radiant, but that dipped down. It was at one point 14,000 before that big team fight at Roche and all that jazz. So nice job. They're going to try and push in middle here. CLG is going to try to do some work with the minions, but they do pop Glyph, and they are going to be able to successfully defend this. Meanwhile, bottom tier 1 does go down to Painted Gold. So a little bit of extra gold now. Once again, just picking up those little bits of gold. Bloodstone is going to be picked up on Leshrac decently soon. Actually, right now, he's going to be able to disassemble their arcane boots and pick up the purse with the 1800 that he has. Fairly soon. I guess he's just going to stack before he does that. But CLG, I don't know. What do you think? Should they keep trying to go for these sort of side pushes, or should they try and group up once they have Broodmother has his BKB, once Lycan has his as well? Do you think they should try and push group up a little bit more instead of getting constantly caught out one-on-one, or should they just be a little bit more cautious with their side pushes and just try and take control of the game through farm slowly?
They need to be more cautious. Actually, they're going to go on top now. Korok.
Oh, Korok. Oh, nice little ultimate coming out from Miracle. They're definitely committing this one and gonna not pay off. Smogolig is gonna go down. Nice swap as well coming out. What is it? Link going off. Oh, Pycat without a BKB is in some serious trouble now. Korok is gonna jump on this. They're gonna be able to pick up that kill. Toss goes off and they pick up 2 heroes. Once again, Broodmother and Lycan going down. Big plays all around. We're finally seeing a lot of big kills going on. I just realized the score is 10-14. 27 minutes in. That's, you know, sort of low for these kind of games, but still, nice pick. I mean, that's the 2 heroes they have to pick up. I mean, picking off Loda as Sand King or grabbing a Venomancer or you know, even Puck, that's nice and all, but the 2 important heroes, Broodmother and Lycan at this point. If you're able to stop their farm, especially Lycan picking up BKB, every single time he doesn't have that BKB, that's another sort of one team fight Once he does pick that up, it's going to depend on black holes and nice ultimates from Beastmaster. But as it stands right now, with that without that BKB, he doesn't really have enough to really do a whole lot in the team fights. They can just kite him around. Malefice on Enigma is amazing for that. On a hasted hero that gets stunned, 1 second every, what exactly the time? 2 seconds? That's just obnoxious. And then combined with Leshrac stuns, Vengeful Spirit swap stun, all those sort of things, he can't just do anything without BKB.
Yeah, and Korok actually picked up his Aghanim, so he's actually going to be a really, really big teamfight presence with his Raikkonen. So if Lycan goes on anybody, he can just counter Raikkonen. Because if you'll notice, he does 300 damage a hit.
Yeah.
I mean, now, they had a really good strategy, CLG. They've kind of fallen apart a little here. If you'll notice, Smogolig does the same thing over and over again. He's going to push out top to around the halfway mark, and then he's going to go farm out the jungle. But xGosu, with good timing, they constantly gank him, like right in the jungle. Like they're able to find him and just like feather him out. And once that happens, like a little bit of pressure is going to be alleviated, and they can actually get into a fight, 5-on-5 fight. They're actually a lot stronger than CLG are. CLG kind of has to continue to do their split pushing style that they were doing early on, and maybe not get ganked as much. I mean, as stupid as that sounds, they're kind of playing a little sloppy. Like heroes are pushing way too far up and getting too predictable. Like, if you'll notice, the Beastmaster and the Leshrac just haunted out the forest, and that's actually how Smogolig has died 2 or 3 times. And that can't happen anymore. He has to play a lot more cautiously. Like, he was farming with impunity in the beginning, but, like, at some point, they're gonna catch on to what you're doing, and you have to, like, refocus and try something new.
Yeah, again, CLG, I don't think they really expected all 5 heroes to go top and try and stop this Broodmother, because while Broodmother was, forcing some attention top, I think they only expected like 3 or 4 heroes, because they smoked up and went bottom, and I think they expected to be able to pick off 1 or 2 heroes, defending the bottom push incoming, but not at all. They 5-man top, and now they're 5-manning middle, and they're going to be able to take this tier 2 unless something crazy happens here. We're going to see teleports in, we're going to see Broodmother teleporting right in the middle of it. The nice little Pug Warp coming out, trying to push her back through creeps as much as possible. Loda is actually going to blink in here and do a stun on Korok, but nothing really benefiting out of that. They're just going to do a little bit of damage, and really chip damage is the most they can do right now. I don't think they can win this team fight, especially with Black Hole up. BKB is going to be up fairly soon. Here comes the pipes. They're definitely going to commit to this one. Nice Korok's going to jump on the Venom Mancer. He's going to try and pop him. He does. The ultimate goes off before that Black Hole. Gets up and Loda's doing some serious damage. Nice job. Gold is now trying to finish him off. 1 or 2 more hits. Loda trying to get out. He goes down now. Solera is trying to get away from the Lycanthrope. If he can try and juke him as much as possible. 1 more hit. He's going to go down. There it goes. Pycat is trying to pick up those kills. 2 for 2 are exchanged right now. Pycat is now trying to finish him off, but is a little bit of trouble now. Painted Gold is going to come in and do all this AoE damage, and he has no BKB. No, he only has health right now. Enigma picking up the BKB. Nice block coming in from the Wolves. Great job by Pycat, stopping some potential chase. Broodmother, a little bit of trouble. Korok trying to fight him out. And that was just a 2 for 2 exchange, I believe. Nothing serious. Tier 2 tower did go down as well in middle, so bit of a success, especially being able to pick up BKB on Enigma. Success, I would say, for xGosu.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. They traded 2 for 2. They, I don't actually know if they still have the gem. They had a gem. I'm trying to find it right now. Well,
yeah, Beastmaster had it. He died, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think they killed it, but at the same time, I mean, they lost the Aegis, which isn't too bad, but they got a lot of farm out of that. They got a tower, and now the tower game, if you notice, they're only down by 1 tower. Things were, what was it? At one point, they had lost no tower, CLG, and they had killed 5, but now they're actually down to the last 2 towers. Tiny does so much damage, and I don't know. It's going to be a little more difficult for CLG as the game goes on, because, I mean, the Enigma has a BKB now, so there's actually nothing that can stop him from ulting. Except, I mean, Lycan has to get something like a Basher or an Abyssal Blade, but that's going to require some time to farm. And at the same time, I mean, he's so far away from it, and they have nothing that can stop Blasted Magic from getting Black Holes off.
Now, Loda's actually going to jump in. He's going to try and pick up this Beastmaster. Pycat does pop his ultimate with double damage as well. DD going out, and he's going to do so much damage. You just do 1 or 2 more hits. He's going to go down. Great Puck ultimate, locking heroes in place. Pipe goes off before Solera goes down here. He does finally pick up that kill. Loda comes in with the epicenter, but doesn't hit a whole lot there. and now he's being chased by Panic Gold. He's going to chase out of the fight. Pycat is now trying to get away from all these stuns, but the stuns are going to lock him down. He's going to go down, and now Smuggling is going to have to get out 3-1 before he's going to pop BKB and teleport out. There goes the toss, stopping the teleport. Huge play by Clark, and he's going to try and turn and fight, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick up anything here. BKB goes down, and they lock him down. 4-1 exchange. Beastmaster running around, getting chased by the double damage Lycan, was able to get back to his team, pop the pipe, and before he went down, very good job. Ex-GoSu winning team fights left and right, and I was going to say something right before this. I mean, the gold graft is just spiraling down now towards the neutral line for ex-GoSu, but earlier we did say the pressure was on ex-GoSu. Loda gets picked up as well by Korak, great job. We said the pressure was on ex-GoSu, you know, for the late game. They shouldn't win the late game against CLG unless they have a massive gold lead. Really, CLG should be able to win this, you know, towards the 50-60 minute mark. Do you think this is a bit of a mistake, the aggression that CLG is forcing, or do you think that with the way the game is going right now, can ex-GoSu actually win in the late game? Is Black Hole and Leshrac just kind of too strong?
I mean, if I had anybody in advantage, it's obviously going to be ex-Go. Sorry, my voice is going. It's obviously going to be ex-GoSu. They have a lot more teamfight potential, and I think Pycat kind of messed up there by going for the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster has 1300 health. He's got 11 armor, and he's just a little more tanky than any of the other heroes. So, I mean, he had a DD, and he could only take down one hero. Like a Lycan DD should be doing a lot more than that. On top of that, if you noticed, Loda kind of whiffed on his stun ult. Like he actually stunned nobody, and stuff like that can't happen. Like xGosu only.
Big ultimate coming out. Lasting Magic actually counters now. The huge team fight going on. Smuggling is just parasites apart. Pycat is doing some serious work as well. Lasting Magic gonna go down. Panic Gold is trying to clean up what he can, but both Broodmother and Lycan are gonna be able to get away. Now Loda's trying to pop Cheese, gets popped on Panic Gold. He's gonna force this fight. Loda does go down finally, and now Korak trying to chase the puck. He's gonna be able to get away. So a 2-for-2 exchange, but they also popped the Cheese. And did they pop the Aegis? They didn't, did they?
No, they still have the Aegis.
Okay, good.
And that's really the big deal. He's doing way too much damage right now to CLG. He's actually able to kill one hero by himself quicker than Lycan can. And that's a really big deal here, because the fights start 4-on-5. And right now, aside from the puck ult, they only have one stun in Sand King. So, like when Loda missed it mid, that was almost crucial to the team fight. Because that's the one stun that they had left. But Korak right now is playing way too well.
Do you think that maybe he should have gone for some more attack damage orientated, or maybe this like Necronomicon is gonna pay off? Look at the tier 3 damage, take so much damage. Flip does get popped, but they still have an opportunity to do a lot of damage. We're gonna finally see Vengeful Spirit. Korak is trying to heal up, but there goes the tier 3 tower. So finally, the Necronomicon, I would say, finally paid off, being able to pick off a tier 3 so quickly. But do you think it was still worth it, or should he have gone for a more attack damage orientated Lycan, considering the fact that pretty much, like you said, he's getting out damaged by Tiny right now. Tiny can straight up out damage.
I think right now, I mean, he built the hero right, but then they played it a little differently from what they built. Like, the kind of build that they went, the Broodmother and the Lycan, it's more for a split pushing lineup, but at the same time, I think they overplayed their advantage a little bit, and they thought they were a little further ahead than they were. So now they were getting into team fights kind of preemptively. Like, Sand King opted to go Point Booster before Blink Dagger to go a little bit tankier, but I mean, I question that decision because his team needs all the team fight they can get, for that matter. And so, with Loda without the Blink Dagger, it kind of made his ultimate useless for quite a bit of time. But I mean, xGosu just playing so well now. And look how much damage he that tower.
He just like 7-shot a tower. He's gonna like 5-shot. Oh god, Tiny getting stunned. He's gonna try and finish off the Rax. He gets swapped out very well done, but unfortunately the Rax doesn't go down. They're gonna try and turn down this Smoke Lake though, doing way too much. Oh, look at it. Oh, he gets popped. Finally he starts taking some damage there. I think he was just missing hits left and right. There goes the Rax. Loda going in with an epicenter, but it's not enough. So Lara and Mikey are just too tanky, and now Loda's in trouble. He's gonna go down. Great toss. Pycat is gonna get into the mix, but he has to run away. He pops ultimate and BKB and doesn't do anything with it. Now he's in trouble, actually. Korak is trying to beat the crap out of him, and he is going to pick up that kill. Korak does get a little low. They might be able to pick up this kill at least. He actually doesn't have a slow left. and Smuggling not close enough to be able to grab it. So now Ake in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to be able to die. There he goes. Now Smuggling isn't going to go down.
My God.
Well. The damage being output is just insane.
Yeah, I mean, this is what he just got a rampage too. This is kind of what xGosu wanted though. They wanted team fights, and they got them. Like they were able to pick off the key heroes like Broodmother and Lycan, and made it so that CLG wasn't able to push the side lanes like they wanted to. Because CLG's lineup, if you look at it, they're not for team fight, not for a while. And so they overplayed their advantage a little bit, like that they had. But against the Black Hole, the Leshrac, Beastmaster, I mean, Korok is putting out way too much damage right now for CLG to do anything about. I mean, if you saw at the last fight, he actually got into a right-click fight with a Lycan and won. Like that's not something you're gonna see every KB. Wow, insane.
All right, guys, that was game one. Real quick, I just want to, while we're closing, would you say that, in your opinion, would you say that CLG kind of threw that if they played the game perfectly, at a certain point that they had such a good lead that they should have won, but they kind of, you know, with some sloppy plays, they kind of threw the lead that they had. Do you think that's accurate?
I mean, I don't think the lead's like insurmountable by any means. Like I think they had a good lead going in. You know, they took 5 towers relatively quickly. They pressured the bottom really fast, and it was a decent lead. But xGosu, they didn't panic at all. They stuck to their guns. They knew that they had the better team fight, and they just waited it out. And I'm so impressed with them right now because, like, any lesser team is just gonna like panic, and they're gonna be like, well, what are we gonna do? And they throw their hands in the air, and they just kind of get knocked out mentally. But xGosu's a team, you know, they haven't been together forever, but they're playing like it. It's awesome. Awesome to see.
All right, well, the next game is up. We're going to take a real short break. We're going to show some ads and that sort of thing. But don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back. It's a best of 3, so we'll be right back with Game 2. xGosu taking the lead right now, 1-0. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.